So, hi everyone, hashtag oldies, nothing to do with age, and hi hashtag newbies. If you're a new subscriber or if you've not been here very long, welcome. Oh, and yeah, I guess that's mental. That's answering what I'd already decided to do. So, welcome. My name's Claire. It's not Crystal. Healing is weaved into everything that I do. I provide many services which you can read about below, and I will get around to doing an introductory video as well as my website, but I'm not really bringing all of that together until Aries season, but that actually isn't too long away now. But it's because, to me, Pisces season I always see as dragging myself through the mud, to be honest, and that's pretty much how I feel. Yeah, and I also, like, I have to, you know how honest I am, guys, if, you know, people that know me well, right now, I'm so not in the mood to read about twin flames, actually. Like, it's just, I knew I would get to this point where it's like, well, you've seen me, I get, like, it's just boring, you know what I mean? I get very bored with it at certain points, and it's why I'm very transparent about that for a long time now. Even, there were certain people that I would tune into, but it's just I just can't. Like, it just gets to the point where it's like I'd actually rather watch a film, which I do all the time, or just go and do something else. And you see, it's like, look, it's getting to 144 and I'm saying this, but that's a great thing. You're truly surrendering when you're doing that, when you're kind of sick of hearing all about it, and it's just you kind of get over hearing the excitement of whatever exciting things going on, and whatever, just the whole thing. And that's kind of where I'm at. And again, like I always say, it's not always wise to totally go into the details and the ins and outs of your chart, but I can see exactly why I'm feeling like that at this current time. Like, it's scarily accurate for, if it wasn't my chart, it was somebody else's, I would be like, oh, this is why you're feeling like that right now. Along with the fact that, when it's a new moon in Pisces and a super moon, which, remember, is like 10 times, 15 times bigger, not only literally, obviously it was a new moon, so you can't see it, but a super moon, when it's a super moon, full moon, it's bigger in the sky. But when it's a new moon, you can't see it, but you can certainly fucking feel it. Do you know what I mean? So that's the other thing. Everything that I'm saying is channeling. So every single wee story that I'm going into of my own is going to have relevance to someone listening out there, usually quite a lot of people. So yeah, you might not have seen the new moon because we don't see the new moon, but you felt it. And, Pisces is, it is mystical, magical, it's, arguably one of the most spiritual signs, if not the most spiritual. But again, I would say there's lots of hot contenders for that. And I could go on, like Scorpio energy for being so psychic, Aries for being connected to fire. I mean, it's why I'm really psychic. But again, I've got a lot of Pisces too. But anyway, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, it depends. Oh, this is so interesting because it's like they're making me go really deep about astrology, but I literally was just, like, keeping everything anonymous. But I was just in a situation there where I just was talking about astrology to somebody that didn't, like, really know anything at all other than the sun sign. So anyway, long story short, I've ended up looking at their chart because that's what I end up doing. And I just love it when, that person just said to me, she was like, God, I feel like I should pay you. But I mean, it's quite funny, isn't it? Which is all, which is amazing because it means somebody's really felt like they got the healing from what I was talking about. But it's actually not any different from what I do in a session. It's just somebody's really lucky when they meet me like that in my everyday life. And because I'm so passionate about what I do, and because the moon is conjunct my Venus, I'm like, I got really passionate. I was like, because she's saying thank you and I feel like I should pay, and I'm saying sorry about my passion. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I'm just laughing at. But now I'm knackered because it's because I've expended all that energy. I mean, again, it's funny, isn't it? Because that's Aries energy. But what I'm describing, if you know anything about ADHD, that's also ADHD, isn't it? Like, once you've used up your dopamine doing something like that, it's like you've not got much else. So I'm very tired, but, as much as I love my wee my miniest, I don't usually say that, but my wee mini me, yeah, she is a bit like a mini me. She's got the same rising sign and same Venus and Aries. It's my 3-year-old, my youngest niece's third birthday day, which I can't quite believe. So she's certainly no longer a baby. But Thursday's usually the day I have her, and I'd have her right about now actually, or soon. And I haven't. So, but that's I've saw her. I've saw her earlier today, and so yeah, I'm a bit lost without her. But yeah, basically, I've got a client recorded reading to do, and which I'll either do right after this, which I think I probably will do, or um, yeah, tomorrow or something. But yeah, so again, so while I'm on that, there's 22%, again, a bit crazy, but I thought, I mean, again, I've got none, you know what I mean, I've got none died, I'm being totally transparent, is because I was ill for almost 8 weeks, you know, well, really, it was like basically I was pretty much in my bed for 6 weeks, because I was knocked down so bad with that chest infection, was horrendous, along with the fucking spiritual attack, spiritual warfare, anyway, and ascension stuff, you know, it's all part of it. Again, it's because of what I'm here to do and who I'm here to help. I get a lot of energy attacks, which, you know, majority of the time I handle and I fucking duck and dive, and I've got a lot of spiritual tools in my back pocket to protect my energy, and I go to get healing for myself regularly and all that as well. But yeah, I always get ill at that time of year. It's just it hits me, you know, that November kind of Scorpio period. But yeah, that basically I was just like, actually, do you know what? It's like I really would like to help people out in that position. That if people really, really want to work with me, and if it's going to help people out to knock quite a bit off, because again, for the majority of stuff, and again, because I'm terrible at percentages, but my mum was helping me out with what the percentage of was of stuff like that. Because again, it's like I've got dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD. I've got this calcula. Numbers are not my thing, but that walloped off quite a lot off my bigger packages. But like I say, I'm really happy to do that for people. But yeah, so yeah, so basically what I'm saying is you would know if that was you, because you'd have been keeping an eye on it. If it's not been brought to your awareness, you know, do that today, because it will be gone. I will take that. I've set an alarm on my phone that they'll be gone after 10 o'clock UK time tonight. But yeah, for anybody, basically what I'm saying is work was non-existent while I was ill, because I needed to get myself together. And so it's obviously slow this time of year, because I was still trying to get my energy back. And so I'm just, although work is coming in, it's I would like to be getting started with some of the bigger stuff. Like I've been saying, I really want to be doing the therapy packages with people. I'm aiming to have really even just a couple, but like two, or I think no more than 3 people. And then and then that can keep me focused on that. But again, it'll go the way the cookie crumbles. If it ends up being people doing the smaller packages, the 4 sessions, that's fine too. But I like to support people on a journey, and there's lots of people out there that do need that therapy. So if that's you, if you want to save a few £100, then you can go and book it. Because again, if you're not aware, you can pay in free. It's quite funny because not everywhere had pay in free, but I think they've actually made it a staple now that more places do offer it. Because I think they cottoned on that people were going to get more sales if you offered that. Because I certainly know for myself, when there's something more I want to invest in, unless I had it there to pay in full, that it really does help. It's helped me better manage my money as well. You know what I mean? Like knowing that it's like, right, pay a bit to it now, and then you pay that. It's really helped. I think it's really actually very good if you don't, if you've not got a whole load of them on the go. So again, I feel I'm rambling on about all of this. It feels like rambling today. It's channeling, but I'm going on about this because somebody must need to hear it. So, but yeah, basically, if you wanted to do some of my bigger stuff and you want a affordable way to pay it up, because you can even do that on I think you can do it on any. I mean, I don't know if it would let you do it on the things that are less money. Like, I don't know if it would let you do it on the things that are like 55 and that, but I don't know. It probably does. So, but it definitely lets you do it on all the other stuff. So if you weren't aware of that, and what else did I put? So there's, obviously it's the biggest thing is on the stuff that's a lot of money. You're getting a bigger discount off of that. And then the other things that I tried to put things that were at other kind of price points for people, which was obviously a distance healing, but I kind of knew that was going to happen because I just said it so last minute. So it was really just to see who was out there wanted healing. Yeah, and it was just, no, people went for they opted for some of the personal stuff. So that's absolutely fine. But there is, what else? I'm just trying to think. There's 15-minute videos for £22. They're not much more than that, actually. They're usually 25, but I mean, there's that. I think anyway. I think that's what they are. Maybe they are more than that. Maybe they're 33 actually. Oh yeah, so that is that bigger. Yeah, they're not 25, they're 33. Yeah, so whatever, you can grab a wee bargain there. And what else? And then there's the 30-minute videos are normally 55, and they're, I don't know, it works out like 40. I think you're saving it anyway. I'm terrible at maths, but anyway, bloody blah. If you wanted to work with me but off my normal sessions, that's walloping off nearly 50 quid. So you know what I mean? And these sessions do change people's lives. So again, I'm good at what I do, but I work with the divine and my guides, and but I'm taking credit for I've worked hard to get where I am today, and I do take pride in the work that I do with Spirit and God and your guides and the angels and blah blah blah. Right, anyway, so I'm going to do, so yeah, the main point is that does end at 10 o'clock tonight. So and I have to be strict with this, right? Because again, every time I do something like this, there's always somebody sort of hits me up last week, like, this applies to everyone. If you get in touch after 10 o'clock UK time, the prices are going back to what they were. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We need to have a bit, because again, remember, it's Pisces season, and Pisces is lack of boundaries. So if I make allowances for someone, then it just, it makes it fucking go all over the place with everything else. So a flash sale is a flash sale. So yeah, just saying that. Right, so basically do it now, or, don't do it. So I'd imagine it'd only be if you were in need or you wanted to book a session. So right. Right, so the medicine wheel, that is what this spread is all about. And it's interesting that the coyote card was hiding behind. Now, I just want to point out, right, because again, now, definitely for the people that were in my membership and that, I would speak a lot about coyote trickster medicine and stuff. And it can cause quite a lot of chaos. But I just want to point out as well, coyote isn't, this is funny because I was thinking about this the other day, coyote medicine isn't always a bad thing, it's very good to be aware of that. There's times in our lives where, where we need to create a bit of an illusion to protect ourselves, and that is very, this is so interesting, this one today, this is going all over the place, but again, that's Pisces season. Pisces fusion is confusion and illusion, and normally when I say that, you see, that would be describing the shadow stuff, because it's lies as well as deception. Again, I'm not going to go too deep into that, but there's loads of smoke screens, psyops, there's loads of things in the news and stuff that is like, again, I said it the other day, but again, my first house with the Scorpio energy is going to go in. You've always got to question when there's conclusions to anything in the media that magically come about on a new moon or full moon. Like I've said for the past 8 years that I've had critical clairvoyance now, I've just noticed that whenever there's a big thing in the news, why is it that, the person is found or this fucking mystery is solved, and it always lands on a new moon or full moon? It's because they hold the most energy, and it's going to get the most reaction out of people. It's going to harvest the most energy from people. Okay, really going inwards. Anyway, that's already going too deep, but, basically that is for a reason. It gets the most reaction, and obviously some things that you hear in the media will be real, a lot of it isn't. So that's definitely my North Node and Gemini talking, and we're a few moon signs away from that. But yeah, so I'm just pointing out that but when it comes to coyote medicine, so lies can be told in the collective to fool people, so always be discerning. Lies can be told in your personal life, so always be discerning. but also you could be in a position where you are using coyote medicine to protect yourself. So just be aware of that. I just wanted to put a different spin on it. And I'm wondering with it being upside down. Let's see what it says actually. I will read these cards because I was shuffling and they came out. Now this is actually, I know lots of you will know this when you've seen me say it, but this is actually 2 decks together because I was gifted from the gods with a divine mistake from Hay House many, many years ago that I can't remember, but I don't know if it was maybe damaged. It wasn't. Anyway, I ended up with 2 decks, right? And it's like, again, the 2 thing, you know what I mean? It's like I said, I'm a twin flame healer in many ways. It's hilarious. Like when I've said, whenever I've done any kind of, I don't know, it's hard to explain. Just I don't just usually find one thing. Like I find a pair of something. Do you know what I mean? So, but I love it that there's 2 because I do think one of these times I'm going to pull out this, and I have done it when I've done the spread before. Actually, I remember the same 2 cards appeared, and there's only meant to be 4 cards in this particular spread. But I'm using this as overall energy. So before I've even pulled the cards for the spread, because I didn't even want this to be that long, but I've already spoke for 50 minutes. But it'll all be meant to be is the overall energy is. We're about to be the spread. We're about to do the spread, which is called the medicine wheel. And to me, it's like moving round. When you move round the medicine wheel in shamanic stuff, it's like you're moving through all the energies. Like, so for instance, there's a lot of my power animals in here. Like a hummingbird is my power animal, an eagle, a snake. What's that? Is that a leopard? You know, actually, yeah, these are all energies that I work with. But again, it's because at different times in moving through your life, you'll call upon different energies and different power animals. And I do feel with it being Pisces season, you know, a lot of people do feel more like hermit and hiding. Again, it really depends on where it lands in your chart. Again, particularly for me, that's why I'd said, I was like, I wonder if I'm going to do one of my wee series where I kind of, you know, do more of a focus throughout a month. And right now I'm still not kind of feeling it. So yeah, it probably will be that I'll do something like that in Aries. But again, you know, I'm saying that, and like I said last time, I don't think you really, I don't know if anybody really notices the difference too much. But, you know, the last series that I done was when I done the shadow work. But I was kind of thinking, I was like, did I do my other one? And the thing is, I was like, I don't think I have. I think it was Instagram that I done that many years ago. So the other one I'm thinking of would be good for Venus and Aries, but I think I might hold it for Aries season, that theme. But it's kind of like the other one I done, which I don't think I really named it as such. But I did. I called it something else. I called it Self Love September. But that was, you know, when I had like, it was more like a sort of health theme, I suppose, because it was going along with Virgo, because Virgo's a house of healing. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. That's just what I mean is when I say I'm going to do a series, I'm going to pick a theme and use the same sort of cards every day. But I think for the we're just going to wing it for the next until mid-March when it reaches Aries season. I think I'll just do what I feel like, because today, like I said, I'm really not wanting to do all the twin flame love shit and that. It's just becoming so repetitive, and I mean, it is what it is. That is what the journey is like. And there are, you know, there is movement forward. There's movement forward for a lot of twin flame unions. A lot of, we're always growing and healing and moving forward. But I feel for where many people are at, definitely a lot of divine feminines, we are meant to be in a place of surrender, and we are actually meant to be really quite bored of this, and that's really quite a great thing if you're long past watching collective readings about twin flame stuff, and when you just actually, you know, you're kind of sick of hearing about it. It's just a bit of a problem when that is your job to share the claim. So again, that's where I'm at today, and it could be very different come tomorrow. So but yes, let's see what this says. So this is what the medicine wheel is about. It's moving through all the energies, because the spread I'm going to do is like, what are you ready to let go of? So, and also Pisces, there's lots of synchronicities already. Pisces season is about letting go. The new moon is about letting go. So I feel with this coyote card, I don't even need to read the book. I never need to read the book, but I'm going to make it, you know, to make it more interesting, give more meat to the bones here. It's like the coyote is an illusion. Something seems one way and it's quite the other. So I feel that's going on. I feel that there's an illusion. You think something's one way and it's actually something else. There's just confusion, misunderstandings. Again, that's why I always mention coyote medicine at Mercury retrograde, because Mercury, obviously, is about communication, and I do feel that's when that trickster energy comes in and fucks a lot of shit up. The last few Mercury retrogrades have been like that. Like I said, the worst one for me was the one in September. I felt was just awful for gossip and, oh look, I just said that, and then look, shut your mouth and listen. Fucking harsh, but that is Pisces season. Aries is about fucking, tell it like it is and truth and all of that, and I would know that because I'm an Aries with my Venus in Aries, very passionate. But Pisces season is that. It's silence, and it's listen and go inwards. And it's about balance, you know what I mean? It's kind of like me, like I've blathered on and channeled and, spoke to somebody about their chart today, which I was really getting into and loved it, and they were really grateful and loved it. But now I'm kind of like, oh, after a wee walk and a coffee, I'm just kind of ready to switch off a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to do this, and then that's what I'm saying, and then I'll either just do the client reading right after, if I get in the flow of it, or I'll do that later on tonight. But do you know what I mean? Or tomorrow, even tomorrow. But it's kind of like, I always like to tune in. But look at that, stop talking. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, I think I'm sharing that for, look what's on the back as well. Move the fuck on. Is that not just everything I've basically channeled? Time to let go. Fucking hell. And there's a lightning bolt. I think there's just huge changes going on here. Figure shit out on your own. This is definitely, that's so funny to me that all came true. This is definitely saying to people, if you're feeling like you just want to have a bit of time to yourself, and you want to go inwards, do that. Because what I'm saying is, for the next month, for the next 4 weeks, that's definitely where the energy is in my chart. I want to be spending more time alone than I already do. I'm not really quite sure how that translates to when I do this. So we'll just see. If I'm still showing up most days, it might just be that it's like, anyway, I don't know, because I just go by how I feel in the moment. And then, yeah, all my energy will rush in kind of mid-March. Or in the fire moons, you know what I mean? I'll randomly pop up on a Leo moon or something, like I done the last full moon. But yeah, for the majority of the month, again, it's going to have a bigger impact when it lands on your chart. You probably do want to have a bit of time wherever. Obviously, if this is the people listening in the dark night of the soul or a heightened part of your spiritual awakening, that will apply even more so, because that's a really scary, weird time where nothing's making sense. But again, I feel like, who's not there? Do you know what I mean? I feel there's huge shifts and changes going on for everyone, and yeah. What else do we need to know about all of that? Wow. Don't believe every shitty thought you have. Thoughts can be sneaky, lying bastards. And there's me going on about lying. So yeah, I feel that somebody really stuck in their head, overthinking. And again, I'm not doing it like divine feminine, divine masculine day, because I just really can't be bothered sort of digging in that energy. Because I can never fucking escape it anyway. I don't need the clairs. They broke your heart. Fuck them. Now, this is really interesting because I feel I'm picking up on karmic situations where there's a lot of twin flames like really about to jump ship from karmic relationships, karmic marriages, karmic families, karmic friendship groups. Like I say, if you've already went through a lot of that, all of it or any of it, then you can just observe and what's going on around with other people. But like, again, I know I'm going to say what I say all the time, but be humble, because sometimes you can think all of that's over in an area of life and it kind of starts again. Speaking from personal experience. But some people are really going through it big time, like what a lot of you have already went through. So, and definitely if we're talking about your twin flame, you may have already went through this big time where you had these moments of, wow, I thought I knew this person, I thought I knew these people, and then just really seeing through the illusion, the lie, the Pisces energy, or all that glitters isn't gold, somebody's mask falling off and seeing people's real true colours. Pisces is, Pisces energy, Pisces and Cancer energy actually can be quite manipulative. Because it's playing on victim mode, it can be like kind of like, oh, I'm helpless, if you don't help me, like it's going to be all your fault, that kind of energy too. So this is really pay attention to your boundaries. Look at that. Queen of Swords and the... This is interesting. Again, I wasn't like, I love when that, it's funny, isn't it? Like, you know, I just love when I do that. Like, I just picked up this deck without completely sewing my right brain, and like, I didn't even know, I wasn't even asking something, but that is the kind of vibe. It's like, I think they do just want me, this is where I have to push myself out of the way. They're like, no, we do want you to check in on that a bit. So it's like, that's where a lot of the Divine Feminine Collective are like, look, this is my truth and I'm listening, but I'm ready for new beginnings. And, you know, I've got my amethyst crystal and I'm fucking falling back and I'm just trusting without really knowing all the facts. Yeah, it's just kind of like it's someone that's a bit kind of guarded, but ready for a new beginning. And it's interesting because Aries is new beginnings and it's change, but I feel it's coming from quite a place that like, oh, fucking hell, man. Like, just being exhausted with the same old stuff. Yeah, look, passionate, that's Aries season. That's like the Queen of Wands can't deal with boredom. And I am a Queen of Wands, actually. I really resonate with that because I'm an Aries. Needing a bit of fun, fire, playful energy coming about. Right, where's the Divine Masculine at? And again, it doesn't need to be right away, because when I sort of tune in that for myself, it's like, if nothing's fucking happening, oh my god, look at that. If nothing's fucking happening, it came out reverse too. If nothing's fucking happening with passion in that way, then I'm just going to fucking hermit for a month, you know. I'll see to my clients, I'll do what I do to keep me grounded every day, but I kind of don't, it's like, you know, even when friends are asking to meet up and that, I say to all my, because I only ever meet up with my best friend, people that I trust basically. I don't want to be around anyone that I don't trust. I've fucking been there, done that, wear a t-shirt. But it's like, even with people I'm really close with, it's like, I have to kind of I have to see how I am on the day. Like I just said that to a friend today, I'll see how I'm feeling next week. Because I kind of, again, I'm just in this place of wanting to be alone. And that is Pisces season. So yeah, just tune in. But look at that. I would say, look, if it's not happening in that area, the Queen of Wands wants some passion somewhere else in, like, you know, wants a focus to have that. But look, that's twin flames. Like, they have only got eyes for each other. So again, that maybe they're saying as well that is happening for some people. Not maybe, it definitely is happening for some people. But if it's not happening for you, they broke your heart, fuck them. Well, you see, maybe that is the case. Maybe some of you, it's like, you could, although that's quite harsh, again, that could definitely go for any karmic energies that have, you know, people that isn't your twin flame that have broke your heart. But I'm just being real that, you know, you could feel like your twin flame has broke your heart as well. Fuck them. But it's just when you're in line, I'm just thinking of something I was led to the other day. When you're really in truth with that, you can get frustrated and stuff, but that would be like you're saying, you know, fuck yourself, you know what I mean? Like it's like, well, oh god, right, okay, look, I don't even need to shuffle. Like, release toxic relationships. It's like they're in the process of releasing toxic relationships where you will have been if you're a divine feminine energy. And again, you could still be doing that because, like I say, it always sort of appears somewhere. It can appear in other places that you haven't noticed, or it can be whatever. So it's just basically you've got to have a lot of patience. And Pisces, you know, the whole, like I channeled all the stuff that like I do every Pisces energy or new moon, full moon. It's about surrender, and it is a time of confusion. It's magical, but it's a time you don't really know what's happening next. It's very unknown, which can bring up a lot of fear. But if you just kind of go with the flow, things start working themselves out. I just got drawn the word butterfly, and I'm just been drawn to the fact that my niece had blue butterflies all over her new dress. It's a lovely dress she had on today. And my mum had made a butterfly cake. So there's something about change and transformation here. Accepting what is. That's where I feel a lot of divine feminines are. I accept and embrace my inner majesty, and you're being guided to focus on you, which makes your twin flame, providing it is your true twin flame, focus on them. But the thing that they're really wanting me to point out here is if your twin's not awake, basically. If they've not woke up to the lie and the delusion and the spell work and whatever has been going on in their life that has been stopping them from seeing the truth of this connection, or whoever's been getting in their ear, kind of, making them think something of you that isn't true, because that goes on in these connections too. It kind of, that's the bit where you have to surrender. That's all out of your hands, it will work. I've seen it work itself out in many, many different connections. And that's about the trust. That's the blind trust, the Fool card that the Divine Feminine has. But the Queen of Swords is also about the Divine Feminine went through a lot. And yeah, she is just needing her Divine Masculine. Like, that's why I say it all the time, and I'm saying it again. It's like, Divine Feminines are the strongest women I've ever come across. And it's why people say it to me all the time. Fucking hell, like, you're so strong. But it's... it sure would be nice to have your Divine Masculine by your side, you know what I mean? It's like, and I think that's the vibe in there. Let's see what's... And so basically what I'm saying is the Queen of Swords is like that because, and I do identify what I'm saying, because they've had to be their own Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine for such a long time. So in order for the Divine Masculine to move forward, it's like, it has to be... The Divine Feminine has to be in an open-hearted place to welcome the Divine Masculine forward and feel like it's safe to trust them. And I think it's because I do... Oh, fuck me. I really can't be arsed digging into this, but I feel it's because I've noticed it going on in the collective. It's like... I just think there's just so many secrets that surround these connections. What are you making me say this for? What's this about? Anything to go with. Right, I can't. This is exactly the energy that I was picking up on. It's like that's what's in the collective right now. So it's not going on for everyone, but it's like, and this is the last videos, it's like there is so if you were wondering, if you're watching this today, if you're wondering, it's like I'm picking up on Divine Feminines kind of being like, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only... Is that not a fucking Sam Smith song? That's the last thing I want to be singing. Jesus Christ. Talk about turning to the dark side. I went to his concert once. I'm fucking embarrassed to say that. Anyway. Yeah, it's like I feel that as confirmation for something. You're not kind of, don't gaslight yourself. Like, there is something, so it might not be that there's another person, or sometimes it can be more than another person. It can be many people, that somebody's fooling around with lots of different people. It can be that somebody's third party is family, it can be that it's friends, or it can be that it's work, or it can be a wee bits and bobs of all of this kind of stuff, but give us something else here. But I feel that's why it's like... I'll find my way back to one day. Listen to the tone. It's kind of like, yeah, I'll find my way back one day, but right now I'm kind of stuck trying to release that. Love, friendship, family, bit of all of it. And I'm not ready. Wow. Isn't that crazy? But I'm your twin flame. Friends or family disapprove of this connection. Fucking hell. I feel terrible for hurting you. Long distance, that could be literal, or it can be just... Like, I can't, that's so weird. Like, it's just... I mean, I'm a collective channel, but it's the exact vibe I was picking up on. Right, okay. Sad energy. That's what I'm... And it's 33 minutes, which is, Jesus, forgiveness. I know it can also be, oh my god, and there's the fucking heartbroken card. But it's in reverse, mind you, so this is Divine Masculine. I know it can also be linked to other things, by the way. I'm just laughing. You know, the numbers with the... You know, the people out there like the numbers, they're not so nice people in the world, but 33 years, Jesus, as well, so... Numbers can be used in many different ways. Right, anyway, so Divine Masculine's putting a heartbroken energy behind them. But, I mean, look at this. And there is a woman on the card, so you could be a woman too, but it could even be, like, the heartbreak's reached an all-time worst. It just depends which way it resonates for you. What else for Divine Masculine? This is not even what I intended to do, but I'll trust it's for someone. But again, I'm really, maybe this is why I didn't want to do this, because it's like I was tapping in on quite a sad, it's like a sad energy, but there's like secrets and sad energy around what I'm picking up on today. It's like, I feel like there's like lies and deception. Well, yeah, coyote medicine. There's like a bit of an illusion's been cast somewhere, or somebody's literally lied about a union, because that's the Four of Wands. That is the twin. Then I'd pulled Twin Flame there. That is the Twin Flame card. That is. Well, that's actually a lot of the reason why it's my purpose to do this, because my birthday numbers add up to the Four of Wands. Again, crazy, isn't it? It's so meant to be that I do this. But it's like, this is, yeah. But also, you could read it that it's like Divine Masculines are putting heartbreak behind them and are ready for union with their High Priestess, and that's somebody that's extremely psychic, intuitive, in tune. But that would be like making an offer to someone. In reverse, I would say it's not. So there's something, right, I'm going to tune into one stream of stuff. Divine Masculine collective that I'm picking up on, to go with whatever I said for the feminine energy, who I feel is picking up on all of this. This is what I'm saying, it's picking up on something. There's heartbreak about a union with their divine feminine and other stuff, I feel, and not being able to make an offer just yet. Because, look, that can be third party too, because that's like working together, and it's like three people. It's like, but that's in reverse too. It's like, so putting some kind of heartbreak of a third party interference, because again, this could be like, I'm just being shown clients where it's like an ex that's trying to hold somebody back from moving forward in a new relationship. So, but it also can be somebody's literally still in a relationship or still fooling around with lots of different folk, and that, you know, or like I say, it could be not that at all, and it could be family, or it could be bits of bobs. So just take it where it resonates. What else? But yeah, and look at what I just said. Like, but that's happiness. So it's like, I do feel like somebody's trying to get to the light. God, as I'm reading this, I'm just thinking this is really, because I was spaced out in my own stuff, and I'm tuning into a sort of client, and it's like, I'm thinking that actually is where one of my clients is right now. It's like there is all this heartbreak going on, and there is so much interference to stop them getting to a union. God, there's loads of interference long before that's coming in. That isn't really the focus for that particular client. But really much wanting the union when all the other stuff's out of the way. And so I feel that's where a lot of the Divine Masculines are at, regardless of gender. Because they are, look, on the hidden underneath side of the deck, they are extremely passionate about this High Priestess. But they've went through all this betrayal and the, you know, exhaustion, painful endings. Because actually that was in reverse, so we picked it up. But the light that the Divine Feminine shines is guiding them. It's waking them up. So I feel that's what a lot of Divine Feminines are picking up on. Definitely me as a collective channel today as well. I'm picking up on that kind of, I understand why it takes so long, and I understand all of it, but I'm just exhausted. And I'm not even going to lie, I actually felt like bursting out crying when I said that. I'm just laughing because they're really making me tap into what's going on in my chart. Look, oh my god, yeah. This is meant to be Divine Masculine. Maybe I'm in my Divine Masculine energy today because I'm like fucking done too. It's like, look, 10 of us, I can't carry this. This is too heavy. I'm fucking exhausted. Moving on from this shit. Yeah, look, and that's somebody with options. It's like, I don't really quite know what to do. Oh, right. That's right, whatever. Divine Femme, Divine Masculine, take where it resonates, whatever, right. What, do we need some more of these? I'm not ready. I've just shuffled and that's come out again. I think someone's heartbroken because they're not ready and they want to be. Finances could be a problem. I don't know what I want. this is someone in the dark night of soul. There was someone else interfering in my relationship. I'm telling you, this is, to be blunt, this is someone that's been head-fucked by others. But also, if this is you, you need to take personal responsibility that you've allowed that to happen. And now you can see that that's happened. You need to give yourself compassion, understanding. I mean, this is why people seek therapy, you know, to undo all that shit. It's why I'm constantly in my work releasing people from toxic relationships of all kinds. Exes, present lovers that people have realised, oh, I'm not meant to be this person, family members, friends, work. I want to work things out. Jealous and possessive. So perhaps somebody's dealt with somebody that's jealous and possessive in the past, therefore they think everyone's going to be like that. I wish I could take it back. I feel you. And I love you. Right, that's enough of that today. You deserve better than me. Again, this is a total victim mode I'm picking up on today. Right. Are we going to fuck it? Like, do you know what? I don't know what the fucking hell was picking up on there, but I want to tap right out of it. I'm going to just read these cards and fuck the spread. So it is what it is, because I've had enough of this. I need to go and do something nice. Oh, see what I mean? I'm really what I channeled about the needing to find some fun. Because I've got, if you look, the curse, I feel that's what it is. It's like, look, and I always think this is like a karmic energy, staring at everything a divine masculine does, staring at everything a divine feminine does if they know them, or just feeling that there's someone else, you know, all that kind of stuff. Or it's, and it doesn't even need to be an ex or a present partner, it could be like family members or friends that are jealous. It's basically wherever people are giving the evil eye to both twins, it feels like a bit of a curse. It's like, you know, it's, the lower world, that's where all the darkness happens as well. That's where I fucking save people half the time. Oh, fucking hell. Right, so this is, it's interesting because it's Aries moon today, but that hits my Scorpio energy, so this is almost feeling very scorpionic. Right. 12, let's read Coyote. Are you being seduced by what you think you desire? Could it be that the more superficial, sparkly, shiny aspects of your ambition led you into this moment? Again, that's definitely picking up on when people have been lured in by karmic romantic situations only to find out all that glitters is certainly not gold. But again, I feel many people have come out the other side of that. And if you're not out the other side of that, maybe you're listening to this so that the alarm bells can go off. And again, it wouldn't be your fault if that happened to you. So it's important that you realise that. It's part of your path. We've all been hoodwinked somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Even me. Like, it's I'm an expert, and like literally I'm an expert at helping people recognise these things in their life. But it does happen to me from time to time, so that I can understand it. You know what I mean? Right. Perhaps you feel that in order to get what you desire, you have to compromise yourself, control others, manipulate situations to ensure your goal is met. Again, and that's why I said when I saw the jealous and possessive card, I feel someone in the past has been manipulated and controlled by someone, and therefore they've got fears of being manipulated and controlled by whoever else they get involved with, or they've been manipulated and controlled like that by anyone in their life, family or something. Coyote howls in the shadows to remind you that this may be a lesson too painful to learn. Beware the shallow waters right now. Something or someone might pretend to be deep, but that doesn't make them so. No matter how seductive their superficial traits or how beautiful or sparkly they appear. I can't, because I did not know that this card said that, and I was going on about all that glitters is not gold. So all that oh, look at this. All that glitters will not turn up gold, no matter how many wishes you make to change that. So again, this is for somebody listening to this that it's like, I feel it's like you've either went through this and you're like, yep, that happened to me, I'm out the other side of it, I'm healing my heartbreak. I feel that's definitely going to resonate with a lot of divine masculines. Or it's again, some people that are at this divine feminine or divine masculine and you're actually currently going through it, or perhaps you haven't even seen it yet. Because again, that is the kind of thing I read about the past, present, and future. In crystal clear visions, it's sometimes a warning. So it's like, you know, someone's going to catch this and it makes you sort of alarm bells go. Like when I said before, there was a time I can remember doing a pre-recorded reading for someone, and long story short, I picked up on all this stuff. It was all about a really toxic person, very close, like really close around them. Like it was definitely very toxic in the way of it was just too close. You know what I mean? Like too codependent on one another. And anyway, I channeled all this stuff, and then it was like, yeah, literally a month to the day, everything that I channeled in that came, like it was all a warning. But if you, so that's why I always say, like, you know, don't think something doesn't resonate just because it maybe hasn't happened yet. So it's always good to sort of, and that goes with the good stuff too. I've had loads of things that have been said to me that it's so weird actually. A lot of stuff that was said last year makes a lot of sense for this year. I can already see. So it's that's the nature of timelines and time being illusion. It's a fucking headfuck. Anyway, right, let's read 35 now, and I think I'll be done. So this just was whatever it was. And then I'll do that spread another day. So the medicine wheel. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in the indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being into the village. Its direction symbolises 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. Again, and it's quite funny because that's what, when someone was asking what I do today, that's basically what it says. I've basically ran through all the rings of fire, you know, to have earned this. Yeah, the strikes me like, look, I know what I'm talking about here. My past lives and this life, it's like, you know, I can help people with stuff. Because that's what shaman's all about, having all the different tools to be able to help you. That's why I say, look, if you're lost and something, you don't need to know what you want to do in a session. You just need to book the general session and we'll work it out. And that's why that is more money, because I'm tapping into all of my skills, which I've paid fucking shitloads of money, time, energy, years to learn. Right, so to manifest clear blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being, enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you're still clinging to events from the past. Continue to the west and notice which relationships are toxic and drain your energy. So there's a bit of a theme here with that card sitting there. Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion and show it? That's very Venus and Aries, and I've got Venus and Aries, that's how I fire you up with a fuck it, let's go. But I tell you what, fucking hell, I should be in fuck it, let's go today, but I'm like, fuck it, let's go back to bed. Right, where did I get to there? End at the east direction, visualising how you want to live the next chapter of your life. But actually, to be fair, I was in fuck it, let's go when I was reading that person's chart. Yeah, you know. It is up to you how much time you spend in each direction, minutes, days, or months, or years. By the way, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what I noticed as a shaman, that many people stay stuck in the one direction for years. Like, I know some people that have lived in the same house for 20 odd years, and that might be some of you, and it is what it is. But really, I've helped many people move out of energies like that too. And believe me, I used to have a fear of moving house. Probably to some extent I still do, but basically the way I'm feeling today, if it wasn't for my debt, I'd be fucking out of here. Like, I'd be away. And don't ask me where, but it's weird that I'm even saying that, because like, Sagittarius moons typically, you'd be like, oh, somebody that loves travel. I actually don't love travel. Like, you know, it's like holidays, yeah, I've had good holidays, but yeah, I'm not somebody that's like, oh, I need to go on holiday. Like, I'm not kind of person that like lives around having a fucking holiday. I'm more kind of like, I like, you know, I always just see, like, that's, you know, I always see going for, like, me and my mum done that today, actually, after seeing my niece, like, and it was just really quick because she needed to be back for something, but I just love kind of going out for a wee coffee, because that's all that we'd done. We had a wee coffee and a walk, like, somewhere other than the beach, and it was nice, you know, for a change of scene. I just like kind of adventures in that way that are really quite tame. Like, I'm a total homebody, but yeah, I don't know. There's just this kind of, anyway, it's just a bit of a dream, because it's unless unless about 10 folk turn up and buy my bigger packages, I think I'll be here for a while longer. So yeah, maybe I'm channeling somebody else's life there, because I don't think that's mine. Right, so, but yeah, you can stay stuck, you know. But the point is, anyone that I can think, when I've helped them, I've had clients where they've had been surrounded in clutter, and the stuff always means something to do with your personal life. And again, I make no secret of it. I've got ADHD, so I can pile stuff up. And again, actually, do you know what? That's what I'd like to do with the rest of today. Once I get that client reading done, because it's only a very short reading, I'm going to tidy these cards up. So hopefully the next time, I'm going to have to fucking do this. See what I mean? I'm coaching myself right now. The next time I record a video, a collective one, hopefully I'm able to say to you that I made a start on tidying up these cards. I'll tell the truth. If I didn't, I'll tell you. But that would be good to utilise that Aries moon, you know what I mean? Rather than utilise the Aries moon to help somebody else, because somebody could get a lot of help from you right now. Again, like you said, the person that I helped earlier that just happened serendipitously got a lot of help. And it makes a lot of difference when somebody, like, she was just totally wowed and she was like, oh my God, like, do you know what I mean? And it was lovely, actually. Again, that's what I said, it's not about the money. It's not about the money for me. I love what I do, and I love it when, somebody's grateful like that and has got the help. But unfortunately, we do live in a world where you do need to pay for things. Do you know what I mean? So, or you're out on your arse. Right, I'm going to read the medicine too. So what is it? But when you're done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. Yeah, so it's like to stay stuck in one place, even a house for that long. There's going to be issues with that. You know what I mean? You must not postpone your healing journey any longer. It can be difficult to start, but you must find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you may lose your opportunity. Oh, I feel that's why I was meant to read this. There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one you resonate most with. Once you have found it, the only mistake you can make is not to follow it. Go boldly. Wow, I'm glad I read that. Go boldly is totally Aries moon right now. Right. Let's shuffle these. Seeing as, I didn't want to, look, I want you to choose. Well, look, have I lost everything? See, that does feel very dark night of the soul. Oh, there's another one. There's someone else. There's I'm telling you, like, listen, don't go accusing everyone of not telling you the truth if you're in a situation like that, but there is a vibe I'm picking up on for a collective of twins where it's like, well, yeah, there is a third party, so need more time. There's interference, because, like, I think so, yes, right, so to me, see how Spinner answered me? It's like somebody needs more time because there's a lot of interference. What the interference is exactly, you don't know until you're meant to know. It could be many different things. I meant what I said. So if you think about what I just said there, it could be that whatever somebody said to you that you're questioning, that you maybe think they've lied to you about, it's well, I meant what I said. That's kind of like I meant what I said. Like, that's kind of like it was true. But what is that about? I lie awake. I just seen that before I picked the deck up. I lie awake thinking about the future. It's like what I'm feeling is it's like someone needs more time, because whatever they've said to you, or even if it's like energetically or whatever, it's like it's true, but there's more to it. That's why I think I'm just going deep. It's like my Scorpio energy can't stop, because it's like I want to get to the bottom of this, because I see when I do these, it's like you're getting a personal reading. It's just we don't know whose personal reading it is on the day. But it's like you're not wrong for thinking there's some kind of something isn't adding up, but it might not be what you think. That's what it is. I nailed it. That's what the coyote medicine is about. It's like, so yeah, it's confusing. That's what Pisces season's about. It's confusing. Oh God, and that's a lot of cards. You're so beautiful. Why do you need me? Again, yeah, this is where there's more to it. It's like, it's all to do with the healing that somebody needs to do here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Imagine you naked. Like, yeah, right. I can't even be arsed, right? Again, I don't think I have referred. I can't remember the last time I referred to it, but I'm so not in the mood for doing that at all, like going into my stuff. But I can't actually not, because that's why I laughed. This does actually remind me of my twin flame when you know, all those years ago when we were in that dynamic where I would say, like, I would want to talk about the feelings that were clearly there for both of us. And he would just say something like that, like, well, not like exactly that, but he would say something to deflate. So it's making me laugh. I want to choose you. Be more selfish. I think somebody's learning to be more selfish, where they've had a lot of people relying on them. And it's just, it can be quite hard to do that when you've done that your whole life. And I definitely know what that's all about, because I literally just said that to someone there, that, you know, that's happened my whole life, where it's like people will come to me when they need something, or when they need healing, or need someone to listen to them, and it'll be in a bit of an emergency. But it's like other times when I'm saying things like, you know, I've definitely had that where people aren't listening to what I'm saying until it's too late. And it's just, people are on all their, you know, different, you know, life lessons and journeys and all that. But I'm being more selfish. Like, I am focused on me and my health and my mental health and what feels good to me. And like, it's kind of like what I'm saying about right now. And I mean, I'm talking about the weekend, and it's actually only Thursday right now, but I'm already in the weekend. I'm just kind of like, I love it when it's the weekend, because it's just all for me. Do you know what I mean? And it's probably because I do give so much of myself. Well, it's not probably, it's definitely because I give so much of myself in the work that I do, that it's like I just close the door on the world. Now is not the time. There's something that I'm picking up on today that it's like, it's just not happening. I feel the same. I feel I'm picking up on a lot of frustration of two people that want to be together, but someone isn't, because they're either with someone else, or they've got lots of other situations holding them back for some reason. It's many of the twin flames. You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. Right, I feel that's the feminine. I know you from somewhere. What the fuck is that all about? I think that's maybe like a past life. Yeah, remembering someone from a past life. This love scares me, right? 11th of June might be significant. Right. This was really weird, this one. So what does somebody need to... Actually, let's use these. Give me some advice for a feminine energy watching this that resonated. Any gender. This situation will improve, right? So that's the guidance for the feminine. What about the masculine? Wow, that's okay. So again, they're just clarifying that I really am pick. Well, obviously I am, but you know what I mean. It's like, this was a bit confusing today. It's, but this is this. Okay, I'm tired. This is how it is. You feel confused if this is for you, or if this is how your twin's feeling. It's very confusing, but the situation will improve for both of you, because I've just shuffled all them cards and the same card came out. Yes. Look, it'll balance out, the sun and the moon. The answers are coming. There's a card in here that says, look, abundance, reconsider. Reconsider what? Peaceful resolution. Yes. Look, there's a rainbow. So there's the sun and the moon as divine feminine, divine masculine. The rainbow is like rainbow energies coming in, light codes. Hope as well. Hope in the rise. Abundance could be literal money. Your money situation is going to improve. Happiness. Don't stop. Don't stop believing. That's hilarious, because yes, that's my ringtone and one of my favourites, but it was also at the end of a film that I caught. Actually, I bet you that, see if... Oh, it's going to make this video so much longer, but long and short of it was, that film is called A View from the Top, with Gwyneth Paltrow and Mark Ruffalo, I think. But it's from 2003, so 2003 could be significant to someone. I'm just laughing because I'm pretty sure that's when I met mine. But anyway, yes, that does mean I met him 20 years ago. But yeah, it's the whole film again. so sick of it being this way. But the divine feminine is the man and divine masculine is the woman in that film, because the man in the film is like really happy when they fall in love and they're with each other, and he just wants to be with her, but she wants to. Oh, and then think about what I was saying about traveling. Maybe I was channeling that film, because that's definitely not me. I just like to stay at home. But anyway, it's different actually, because I would, when I'm in love and I know that I can trust the person and I'm safe with them, I actually would do that now. Now that I'm growing up and now that I'm grown up, but you know what I mean? Now that I'm, well, just a whole range of factors of things. I can see why people do that now, actually. I can see why one of my best friends done that, like moved away with the one that she loves and then, later had a family. Because when you're that in love, the whole world could end, you wouldn't notice. Like, that is what a lot of our friends actually say about my friend. Anyway, but that's, oh my god, that's very relevant for fucking Twin Flames as well. But, yeah, anyway, long and short of it, she's a flight attendant, and she... Flight attendant? Is that what you call your hostess? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, and yeah, it's a good film because it's really funny, right? But the point is, they fall, long story short, spoiler alert, they fall in love, and it's just real love, it's like simple, fun, playful, they're really in love, but she wants more, and she's reading all these books about positive thinking and reaching for the stars and all of that, and she basically blindly follows some guru's kind of advice about choosing your head over your heart and all this kind of shit, but she actually mixes up what the woman says, because the woman even says, that's not what I meant, when it comes down to that. And anyway, long short, she reaches her dream, or what she thinks her dream, is travelling to all these different parts of the world, but she ends up actually being very lonely and can't get the guy out of her head, and she thinks she's fucked it up because she chose the job over the romance, as they pull me the word romance, or the true love, or the twin flame. And then she ends up circling back around and being like, look, now that I got the dream and it's lonely and I can't stop thinking about you and I just want to be with you. And it's funny because she's actually saying it to the granny, his granny, and then the granny can't hear it, and then she's like, have you been talking to me? And then, because it is a comedy, it's a romantic comedy, and then she's like, oh no, she's like, you weren't even listening. But then he says, no, but I was, because he was behind on the stairs listening. And basically he's like, are you sure this time? And when, like, I caught it a few weeks ago, and that's what it struck me as, is like, when he's like, are you sure this time? It's like he just wants to live quite a simple life and being with the one that he loves. And he doesn't want to hold her back from her dreams or feeling free. And she's like, no, yeah, trust me. Now that I've went out there and done that, it is you that I want to be with. Like, you are my happiness. Oh, it doesn't say happiness, it says forgiveness. I thought it said happiness. I just saw the nest. I acknowledge that harbouring resentment blocks the flow of love. Oh, somebody need to hear that today. That's pious about forgiveness. But it's like, that's what that film's about. At the end, it's like she got her dream, and then she actually ended up realising the dream wasn't the job. It was actually that she'd already found the dream in quite the humble romance that she had. You know what I mean? And I like that film because it's a bit different from all the other love films. Well, I suppose it's a bit samey, but I don't know, watch it, it's really funny. You're ready to choose a new direction. See, oh my god, big happy changes within the next few weeks. Shit, that's really specific. Forgiveness. No need to worry. Yeah, I think, right, that's what I'm picking up on here. It's like somebody's leaving a karmic situation because they were there, if whoever this is for, they were there because they didn't value themselves, they didn't love themselves, and therefore they've attracted quite low vibrational relationship where, basically might have been some happiness, will have been some happiness at some point, but it turns sour and quite toxic and manipulative and all these other different things. But it's like now that somebody's worked on themselves enough, it's like they're feeling ready to choose a new direction. But it's like they're healing right now. Yeah, I feel like that. That's the message. Well, it's coming from somewhere, so we'll trust it's... Right, what else do we need to know about that? Yeah, release, yeah. This is a death card. Someone's literally becoming someone else. He's like taking a suit off. It feels like somebody's like being born again. Going through a spiritual awakening, a transformation, coming together to come into union with their true love. Love abounds, that's the Ace of Cups. That's like the two, that is literally like the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. That is like a brand new beginning, celebrations, birth of something new, and true love. And the Eight of Pentacles, someone's willing to put the work in for this true love. So whoever wasn't putting the work in, which again, I always feel with twin flame dynamics, both of you are putting the work in. It's just the work that Divine Masculine putting the work in. Fucking hell, there's loads of jokes I could make, but you know what I'm saying? It's like it's the karma that Divine Masculine energies need to clear, man. It's rough. My clients that I help, you know, the women and the men, it's fucking rough. But it's rough for both twins. That's, yeah, look, but it's time to move. That's a Chariot. It's time to move. They feel it's time to move. Whoever this is for. This also reminds me of hand fasting randomly. It's a Chariot card, but it's just with the, that is what it's meant to be. It's time to move, because the seven is the seventh house as well, of love and partnership and union. And I just said hand fasting, which is marriage. Look, because it's the end of a lesson. So again, this is a bit of Divine Masculine energy, this bit, that has learned their lessons. 21 is the World card, come full circle. It's like they're ready to embrace the new lessons, because they've confronted their shadow, the bits that they're running away from, the secrets as well, inner child healing too, because that's a man looking into a mirror of a wee boy. And they're in their power now, or they will be. So if you're in that kind of healing phase, that's the Star card though, so there's hope and healing. Look, breaking away from the chains yet. Someone's breaking away from a karmic situation. And I know that's a lot of yes, and that's probably why I'm knackered, because I'm feeling that for the collective and the people that I help. Right, anyway, but they do love you, and you love them. See you later. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if it was yours. If you're watching this in real time, 23rd of February 2023, then if it's before 10 o'clock UK time on the 23rd, those offers will still be there with the discounts. If it's after 10 o'clock UK time at night, they'll be gone. But obviously my services are still there. And you can, and even when it goes back to the normal prices, you can pay them up. So suit yourselves, be led to me when you feel guided. You will always be guided. It's kind of like I was guided to email a couple of people that I thought, right, you know what, they don't watch the channel, and they, you know, a few people, I've got a lot of trust and relationship with people. Basically what I'm saying is I don't want to fucking badger people to be like, oh, buy my stuff, I've got a sale on. But if it's people that have been like said, oh, I don't tune into the YouTube, but you know, how am I going to keep in touch with you? When I got rid of the messenger, I was like, well, you know, I've got email. So I am, again, I've been saying this for years, but that is on the to-do list. Like the email list, that has to be a thing. Now that I've got my health back and I'm on it, like I am sorting the email list. So again, if you want to be on my email list, ironically, could you email me and let me know that? Or just whenever you're next emailing, you know, let me know that, or I'll maybe put out a wee, oh actually, never mind, you don't need to tell me. Just when I've set it up, I'll just put the link there, you can do it yourself, so you don't need to email me and tell me that. But yes, sending you lots of love.